Hi, everyone. So, now I'm going to talk about the auxiliary or creative function, also known by John Beebe as the parent function. So, what is this about? Well, I have my diagram, and you can see we have the leading function or dominant and the creative or the auxiliary. Now, they're both in the top row of this diagram. And by being in the top row, that means that the creative or auxiliary function is also an ego block function. By being in the ego block, we described how that means it's something which is strong, something which is very competent, in other words, but also something which we value, something which we enjoy doing. And as a result, it's a public function. It's something which we bring to the world. It's our first foot forward. It's part of ourselves in a nutshell, you could say. So the dominant and auxiliary, the leading and creative, or the hero and parent together make up that most fundamental aspect of ourselves. It's us in a nutshell, you could say. But there's also differences between the dominant and the auxiliary. And what are these differences? Well, we talked about the dominant being this more sort of assertive, more, I'm in charge sort of function. The auxiliary is not like this. It is not an in charge function. Instead, it is a function which is far more about helping and supporting, being there to help, not there to set how things are meant to be done. And that's really the point here, that the creative function is always going to be, or the auxiliary function, I should say, is always going to be blocked with the leading function and there to support it, not there to lead. It is what I call collaborative in its style, not assertive in its style. So it's there to help. And depending on your leading function, it'll have a different thing to help in. But the idea is that it is utilizing its area of information that's been assigned to it. It's the element assigned to it as a function in order to help to fulfill whatever the leading function has set from the element applied to that. So, say if you've got extrovert intuition as a leading function, and you're about possibilities and increasing possibilities, then if you have introverted thinking, let's say in your creative function, you're going to be thinking about how to structure and make sense of those possibilities to best see its potential in terms of how it can then be, explored and uncovered in all its sort of variation. So this idea that one serves the other is very important for understanding the blocks, and especially for the leading or dominant function and the creative or auxiliary function. And what I'd also say is that doesn't mean that the auxiliary function is any less strong. There are some differences. Its styles different. It's more collaborative. It's also more subtle in its use. It is not having as much energy directed at it. It is actually not so overplayed compared to the leading function. It's more subtle in its use. Um, that can mean that to some degree it can also be overlooked in the person. People might not appreciate that actually using that creative function as much as their leading or dominant function. So what we find is that we have this sort of phenomenon whereby the leading function is very clear, the auxiliary function is not so clear, but is more implicit in how the leading function is being fulfilled. So, for instance, you may find that ILE, also that ENFPs and ENTPs are both very possibility seeking. That's a clear aspect of them. You can see that in typing. But you may find that it's not necessarily clear that ENTP is going to be so rules focused and ENFP is so personally judgment and sentimentality focused. That's not necessarily going to be the big thing you notice about them. You may actually notice the tertiary more. Now, that's not to say they're in what has been called a dom-tert loop. or any sort of thing like that. No, it's that the creative auxiliary function is just more subtle. It leaves a lighter footprint when it's being used. It's really there in terms of how the leading function is being fulfilled. And that gives the leading function, or the dominant function, certain flavor. So if you take an ENTP versus an ENFP, an ENTP is going to be more structural in terms of how they realize these possibilities. They're going to be more theoretical, or at tying their possibilities together into a framework. The ENFP is not going to be doing that. They're going to do that at all. They're going to be instead more about different individuals' perspectives, and by building relationships with others, exploring their perspectives more. So when it comes to looking at the creative auxiliary function, it's not useful to think of it as a second dominant function, as something which is big and brash and something you're going to see very clearly. It's not. It is collaborative, it's not assertive. So it's actually, and it's also quite subtle. So no, instead, look for the flavor it provides to the leading function. That will be how you can clearly identify the creative function. Don't expect it to stand out very obviously. Not unless a situation requires of it to do so will it be that way. It just simply doesn't have that energy focused through it. It's still strong. It's still very competent. It's not misused. It's well adapted to the situation it's used in. But it isn't sort of an inflated balloon sort of thing. It is subtle in how it works and quite flexible in how it is utilized. So yes, that's what I'd say about the creative or auxiliary function. It is there to help. It is very effective at helping. While the leading function is more of a big boss, the creative or auxiliary function is more like the very competent professional manservant who is helping out the dominant or leading function. And in doing so, imparts upon it a certain flavor, a certain style in terms of how it's being used, which lends itself to that blocking. And we talked about blockings before, and blockings are realized through type in the leading function being blocked with the creative function, or the dominant with the auxiliary, or the hero with the parent. So yeah, that is the um, creative auxiliary function for you. And I'll next cover the tertiary and later on the inferior. So speak soon.